A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Saint Luke. Jesus took Peter, John, and James and went up the mountain to pray. While he was praying, his face changed in appearance, and his clothing became dazzling white. And behold, two men were conversing with him, Moses and Elijah, who appeared in glory and spoke of his exodus that he was going to accomplish in Jerusalem. Peter and his companions had been overcome by sleep, but becoming fully awake, they saw his glory and the two men standing with him. As they were about to part from him, Peter said to Jesus, "Master, it is good that we are here. Let us make 3 tents, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." But he did not know what he was saying. When he was still speaking, a cloud came and cast a shadow over them, and they became frightened when they entered the cloud. Then from the cloud came a voice that said, "This is my chosen son, listen to him." After the voice had spoken, Jesus was found alone. They fell silent and did not at that time tell anyone what they had seen. The Gospel of the Lord. An indelible experience on a high mountain. The second Sunday of Lent features the Transfiguration of Jesus on a high mountain. The Feast of the Transfiguration itself is celebrated on August 6. Transfiguration renders the Greek metamorphosis, which describes the change in appearance of Jesus. This is also the origin of the English metamorphosis, which means change of shape or transformation. Luke instead speaks of Jesus' face changing in appearance. He probably wishes to avoid a specialized terminology that might call to mind stories of the divine epiphanies of pagan deities. This sensitivity is understandable since Luke comes from a pagan background. In Israel, prophets like Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel had their experience of God in alternate reality. They refer to this as vision, which can also be called ecstasy or trance. The same thing happened to the seer John in the book of Revelation. Luke points out that the alteration in Jesus' face or his whole countenance reflects something that transpired between him and God in prayer. What happens to Jesus is akin to Moses' radiant face following his meeting with God on Mount Sinai. But the radiance comes from within Jesus, from his being the Son of God. The facial expression which reflects Jesus' transformation becomes visible to the disciples, even if only for a moment. The scene in the Transfiguration follows the prediction of the Passion. During his ministry, Jesus has gained not only friends, but also enemies. He resolutely determines to go to Jerusalem, where the prophets are persecuted. An experience like the Transfiguration sets Jesus' mind at ease. Conversing with Moses and Elijah, Jesus is being confirmed in his mission. The Transfiguration is also the mystical experience for the disciples. Although they do not comprehend fully its meaning, they experience a theophany. They need this enlightenment because they are told by Jesus that following him entails denial of self and carrying the cross.